All right, what's up? What's up? Another episode of Conversate After Dark. I'm your boy Mark B. Tay, what's up with you?
Nothing much at all. What's going on with you?
Nothing, just ready to have some fun. Ready to have some fun. Tell folks where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Yep, find us all that. Make sure y'all subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you want to be on the show, hit us up. You can email us at CVAD, the podcast at gmail.com. If you want to come on the show, you can be on the show. We can have you on the show anonymous. Just hit us up. We'll have a lot of fun. So today we have a special guest, our first guest, our inaugural guest.
Yay!
My homegirl from Top City. We went to high school together, actually.
Yes, sir.
And we were just talking about, I haven't actually seen her in damn near 30 years. You know,
like physically seeing each other. Yes,
physically seeing each other. So this still don't really count because this is virtual.
right.
But, at least, we're actually like seeing each other and talking. Social media don't count. But
Nah.
Danielle, what's up with you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Appreciate
Glad
you.
to be the first guest.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So tell people a little bit about yourself. Like, you from Kansas, right?
I am. I'm born and raised in Kansas. From Topeka. I moved to Kansas City, lived there for about 9-10 years, and then now I just living in Lawrence and just kicking it.
Okay. Now, single, married, dating?
I am single, so hit me up. Just kidding, no. I'm looking for a sponsor, so show me your wallet, what you do.
At this age, you're gonna get you a sugar daddy. You want a sugar daddy?
Hey, look, I need something. Okay, something. I need somebody to help pay these bills.
My homeboy said we ain't old enough to be sugar daddies. We splendid daddies.
Hey, I'll take one of them too. That's light sugar I gotta give up.
So how is it dating in Kansas? Is it tough? Is it easy? Or what's your experience?
Listen, let me just say this. So Kansas is not where it's at, right? We in the Midwest, there ain't nothing around, anything like that. And so when you see people on social media, you're like, dang, where those dudes at? Because they be fine. They ain't nowhere close to Midwest. So recently, though, I have to admit that I did get on some dating apps because one of my friends talked to me, and I do it every once in a while. I'll get on there, right? And then I get off because I'm always in fear somebody gonna see me on there like, oh, look at Danielle's on this dating app, right? So I hop off after a couple days. And so some of these dating sites, they strictly for, let's just get it in real quick. And then, so I'm not looking for that, but
basically they're just about fucking.
Most of them, yeah. So like I heard Bumbles like that. A lot of my friends use that, and that's what they did. They hooked up like that. So, I was like kind of steered away from that. But there was one that I have found. It's BLK app, and it's basically for Black people.
Okay.
And so most of the people on there are Black. I would say there has like a trickle of like maybe some white people or whatever. When you swipe, you'll come across a few of them, but a majority of them is for Black people. It's a Black app. So I have gotten on there, and I've seen some people, and I swipe and whatnot, but I just don't want to pay for that stuff because I just like, I'm not really feeling it. I'm just doing it just to kind of pass time, I guess.
Yeah.
But and of course they can message you if they swiped on you too, right? And then the first thing they want is to be like, hey, sexy, like, nah, see, this is what I don't want to do. So that's kind of where I'm at with that whole dating type thing.
See, but we all came up in the time where I remember people I know who were meeting people online back in the day, like 20 some years ago, and you was kind of like, damn, you met somebody online? Are you desperate?
Right.
That's kind of weird. Y'all dating and y'all met each other online, but nowadays it's really kind of the way to go, because you can kind of narrow down the interests, make sure y'all have mutual interests, whatever, kind of weed people out. And I think they probably got some more safety measures in place than they used to back in the day. So
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of tell them what you want, and you can set your profile to the way you want it to set. But I came across some people that their profile's been up for 2 years because they talking about COVID. You know what I mean? So it's like, dang, can't you update your stuff? Or, and then also, like, I need to see recent pictures, because, you could be posting pictures that are, 5 years ago, where you look completely different now. Like, all my pictures is recent, because I'm like, I'm going to show you who I am. But, some people aren't like that, and so then you kind of question, like, is this really what they look like? Is this, how long ago was that too? So I don't know. It's just, I don't really have time for that. I'm just gonna say that.
yeah, I had some homeboys. They said it was too much. They deleted the app because
It
they
is.
they
It
said
is, because you
literally could
constantly got.
go. Yeah, you could literally go on a date every single day of the week. You could, you could hook up with somebody every single day of the week, and it's just it becomes too much. Tay, you ever been on a date now?
I've never been on a dating app, but I'm an advocate of meeting people online. I've met a lot of cool guys online. Have actually had three of my past relationships started online. So
Okay.
but I've never been on an actual dating site, so that's probably different. I'm sure.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, I had a friend who recently started seeing somebody that he slid in her messages, and she had left him on, sitting there for like a year, and now they're dating. So it's like, and that was through Facebook. So it's like, you kind of, is that the way to go? Because somebody else had mentioned that Facebook dating app or something like that. And I just don't have time to sit there and swipe and go through all that, and just, I don't know. So I always delete it after a while.
So you,
But hearing Tay, that kind of gives me hope. So it's like, maybe I should just, like, wing it for a little bit.
well, Facebook is a dating app. I know they got their own dating app, but Facebook itself is a dating app, especially if you're in these Facebook groups. So I've heard. But
Yeah, go ahead and clean that up real quick.
yeah, so I've heard. So how tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
5'2". So that technically is 5'2" a spinner, Tay? Is that what's the age? What's the what?
I have no idea. I just know people consider me short, and I'm 5'4.5". So, and I'm gonna put that. So if I'm short, you're short.
You said 5'4.5".
Yes.
We got. I think 5'4" might be too tall for a spinner. 5'2" is a spinner.
Okay.
I think so. Is that your experience, Danielle? You get tossed around?
I mean, yeah, a little easier probably than some. So, like, it's an easier kind of flip around, like, you on top or whatever, and then you flip around. So I think it's an easier transition, because, like, I'm like the baby spoon basically. So, if you behind me and stuff, and then you flip me over, then it's just like an easier, smoother transaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm 6'3", so I don't even know the shortest chick I dated, but a lot of chicks who like 5'2", 5'3", 5'4", they like guys like tall like me, and I know a lot of the tall women I know that they hate it. They like, they be like, you date short women? I be like, I mean, I date who likes me. They like, nah, if you date short women, I don't want nothing to do with you. Cause they're like, we're 5'9", 5'10", so, and we don't want to date somebody who's shorter than us. So why are the short girls who could date, basically anybody, because y'all are short, why y'all taking the men that are for us?
I mean, I don't fool with nobody that's the same height as me. That's weird. That's weird. So, I mean, but I don't look for somebody that's 6'4" either, though. That's weird too, for me anyway. So
what's your preferred height? What's the preferred height if you get
I would say like 5'9".
That's still short.
but not as short as me though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So when I put on, my 4 or 5 inch heels, I want to, I still don't want to be taller than you, so if I put on, 5 inch, 4 or 5, then that puts me what, 5'6", 5'7". That's pretty good. So 5'9", you can be a little taller than me. I don't know. I just never really dated anybody that was super tall. So, and like it's not something that attracts me or doesn't attract me. You know what I mean? I'm like you. It's just like whoever I'm attracted to or is attracted to me, that's what it is.
So let me ask you this. How is it dating after 40?
It's different. I mean, so I'm just kind of starting getting back into dating. Um, and I feel like, I feel old. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking at all these people and I'm like, damn, did I miss that boat because I was in a relationship for, 8, 9 years almost and just recently got out. So now I feel like, damn, I wasted some time because now I'm pushing on the upper end of 40. And now I gotta get somebody younger, it's just weird. Like, it's not as easy as it used to be. You know what I mean? Like, you used to be able to walk in somewhere and you'd be like turning heads, and now you just like got to compete with all these chicks barely wearing stuff. And I'm like, damn, I can't even do that. I get too old to be wearing hardly anything, but you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the competition is different. It's not as easy, I guess, because, all these people are just looking for a specific type. And I probably don't fit into that type, being whatever it be, the wrong color, the wrong height, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or, a brick built like some of these chicks, or something like that. So I feel like it's a little difficult just from what I've found so far, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
You're not getting flued out by anybody?
No, no.
Would you accept it?
Probably. Yeah. Though, where I'm at right now, probably. I can't even lie.
Okay. All right. So what are the rules of getting flued out? Like, Tay, you been flued out before?
I guess you could say that.
So if you get flued out, is it expected that the guy pay for everything? Like, you pay for the plane ticket, you pay for the hotel, food, all of that, or should it be split? Kind of. What do you feel is most appropriate? What would you be most comfortable doing? I should say that.
For me, I would prefer if somebody's asking for my presence that they take care of it. But I feel that in this day and age, women need to be, they need to be protective of themselves. So if you do get flued out, make sure you have the money to,
Right.
take care of yourself just in case.
Right. Be able to buy your ticket home.
Right, exactly.
Not only buy your ticket home, but to be able to get yourself a hotel room or
Mm.
Uber, and then definitely, because my cousin was telling me about, there's a situation where her and this guy had actually kicked it a couple of times before. He came and visited her, she visited him, and this one particular time, I guess she wasn't feeling what he was talking about, and he got mad. And thankfully, you know what I mean, it didn't go anywhere that, terrible like it could have, but he was like, hey, pack your shit. And he called her. I don't even know if he took her, but he was like, here, I'm gonna take you to a hotel. He didn't even like wait to see if they had rooms or anything, just dropped her off and left. So yeah, there's some terrible stories, but is there a lot of, we talked about getting flued out though, but locally, Danielle, is there a lot of worthy candidates in your opinion? Is the dating pool, is it a good dating pool in your area?
Yes and no. Like, you have to go to the city, right, to even be entertained by looking at something and seeing if there's potential, right? Because it's the city versus in Topeka. Like, everybody knows everybody.
And
So
by the city, she means Kansas City, y'all.
yeah, sorry about that. I forget people don't know the difference, but yeah. So like, I feel like you have to go, kind of a little more above and beyond to try to to do that. And it's like finding the right spot, where do you go where you go mingle with people that's your age, or do you go somewhere where it's a younger crowd, or whatnot. So I kind of feel like, that it's a little wishy-washy. You can't go, well, I'm gonna go here and hopefully find somebody, you know what I'm saying, because you don't know where you're gonna meet somebody. So, going to a lounge maybe or something like that. I've had friends that have recently gotten in relationships because they went to a lounge and that's where they, met somebody or whatnot. So, it's like, okay, well, maybe that's what I need to do. Go somewhere where it's a little more grown folks, you know what I mean? Because we are at an age where, you got to get somebody that's on your level to a certain extent. You know what I mean? They they understand where you're coming from. They ain't trying to play games and this and that and the third, you know what I mean? Not saying that they won't even at our age, but that's kind of where you start gearing yourself. But at the same time, you gotta find some maybe a sneaky link or something that, because you gotta still pass some time while you trying to find somebody. That's how I look at it anyway.
Would you be opposed to meeting someone younger? Like, say if you go.
No, I would not. No.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go too young, but
how
I mean,
how much younger? How many in years? How much younger would you go?
I probably wouldn't go lower than, I don't know, maybe early 30s. That would be pushing it. But, maybe 35. I mean, I don't want to say, but I mean, I'll be having a birthday here pretty soon. So that'll put it a little bit over the 10. So I'm just saying about 35 probably would be my cutoff. Like when I was doing the dating app, I would do early 40s and then up. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what I chose. But I wouldn't be opposed to going a little lower though.
Okay. So you said you was in a relationship for 9 years. What happened? What'd you do wrong? Why'd y'all break up?
Damn, why I do something wrong?
Why does it have to be her fault?
Because us guys don't mess up. Us brothers don't mess up.
Oh yeah, we know this, right? I don't know. It was a fucked up situation, how it ended. And but the relationship itself became complacent, where we didn't like do things. So it was just like we just hung out, at the crib because my schedule was so busy, his schedule was so busy, that we didn't do things that were fun. We weren't, and I like to have fun, and this person was the complete opposite of me. You know what I mean? So, opposites attract, yes, but to a certain extent it didn't really, because I kind of lost who I was and lost who what I wanted in a relationship, or what I forgot what a relationship should be like. You know what I mean? And so since then, with my little sneaky link, remembered what I deserve, and what I won't settle for anymore. But our relationship, it just became so complacent that we were just hanging out basically, and it didn't feel like a relationship.
So kind of sound like you got some feelings for the sneaky link. Ain't that violating some rules?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Okay.
Let me just say this, because this is why. Okay. So before we got down, it was like a month or so before we even had sex. So it became where we was vibing. And that's why that there's I wasn't able to keep that, separated.
Okay.
But I stiff arm him to a certain extent so that I don't go too crazy. But yeah, I mean, we be feeling each other a little, probably too much, but yeah.
Okay.
So what's making you stiff arm him other than it started out as a sneaky link?
Because I know me, and I know that my feelings will go too deep, and I'm not trying to go there, because the relationship, there won't probably ever be a relationship, so I don't want to get too deep into it. So I had to kind of keep them at an arm's length, And but like I said, you know, when it started, he was like, oh, you're gonna catch these feelings, and it ended up being he caught the feelings first, to the point where I had to, you know, check it and see how deep his feelings was. And yeah, he caught his feelings, but it's not gonna be anything more than what it is. So we have to keep that in mind. But for me, I have to keep that stiff arm him, because if I don't, then I know me and I won't be able to stop getting deeper in my feelings. So
what's your sign?
Capricorn. And you know I don't believe in signs. We had this discussion in the group. So
Tay, ain't you
yeah,
Capricorn?
like,
Yeah.
So is that a Capricorn trait in terms of like getting attached, or what?
We do stiff arm people until it goes to a certain extent. But I mean, if we foresee that something is not going the right way, we will stiff arm people.
Does that mean you'll ghost them? Are you a ghoster, Danielle? Do you ghost people?
I mean, I don't ghost. Well, yeah, a little bit. Like the person that I was in this relationship with for 8-9 years, the way that things ended, I ain't got nothing to say to him ever again in life. Like we can be walking right past each other and I will be like, I do not know him. So for me, yes, I'm notorious for, you know, acting like I don't know somebody if you did me dirty or whatever.
Wow, okay. So how important is it to be sexually compatible? I mean, on a scale, so let me back up. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, how would you rate your freak quotient?
I would say definitely a 5.
Is that cap, or is that real? You being straight up?
Straight up.
She said that like a killer too. So straight up. straight up. So any guy that you messing with, does he need to be on that level? He need to be at 5 too?
Yeah, because that's where I'm at. You know, that's where I want to be. So you got to keep up. Don't sit here and tell me you're gonna blow my back out and then you don't. Like, cause I'm about to talk shit.
So you might need to get your little 35-year-old. You know what I mean? Because these older dudes,
he better be able to keep.
Go ahead.
He better be able to keep up. That's the funny thing, because like, you know, like they like, oh, I want somebody young. I want somebody. Look, you sleeping on these people, these vintage vaginas. Look, dude, don't sleep on it, baby, because
the vintage vagina. Wow.
Yep.
So have you always been a 5, or did this develop it as you matured?
I want to say both. So okay. I feel like with certain people, you dumb down your level, right? Because maybe you're not as compatible, or they don't do that for you. So you just kind of be like at a 3 because they at a 3. You know what I'm saying? But where I'm at now, like I'm not going, like I've been at a 4 or 5 in that relationship. So now I know, like I ain't going back. So you better come with it. So like I said, sneaky link, I'll blow your back out, boy. You better if you're gonna say that. You know.
So what brought the 5 out of you? Was it natural? Was it learned?
It was always there, but based on whoever I was with at the time, put me at that level. So if I was with, like I said, if I was with someone and they was only at a 3, well, I would go to a 3, because I can't bring it out in you. You just what you are. You know what I'm saying? But there's just some people that just, man, they take me there real quick, you know?
So what's the difference between a 3 and a 5?
So for me, a 3 is just like you do more than just the missionary and you do more than just the doggy style. Like you have a little bit more, but like a 5, just like, hey, let's do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you getting all this. What you want to do? You want to stick in my butt? Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay. So do you have any hard boundaries? Like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Is there anything that's off limits?
For me, probably would be like just the tying up, because I don't think I could give up that control. Like, I don't think I could anticipate what you gonna do. Because if I don't like it, then I'll be like, damn, now I'm fucked.
So no, so no bondage, no BDSM.
Nah, like I mean, if we would probably have to talk about it, but I would probably say no. But I wouldn't be opposed to like trying it, I guess, with the right person.
I guess that made me a 4 because that shit's too much like slavery to me, and I got trust issues, so I don't want to be tied up. Somebody leave me or whatever. I don't know. Tell you what you think. Is so if you don't do BDSM, is that still considered a 5, Tay, or no?
I put myself at a 4 because there are some things within the BDSM world that I won't venture into.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they get kind of crazy with it, like knife play, what they call it, I don't know what the technical term is, but where they have like the electro stimulation or whatever, stuff like that. I mean, it gets out there. So with you being a 5, Danielle, you in Kansas. Kansas is somewhat conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find yourself being like the odd woman out? Is it hard to find somebody that can go there with you?
Yeah, I think most people probably think that they are more than what they say they are, what they claim, and because even like with Sneaky Link, like, there's things I'll say and he's like, oh, I don't do that or whatever. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? But, you come correct with the other stuff, but it's just kind of, so for me, that's kind of weird that, and that just might be dudes. Like dudes they be on that weird stuff sometimes. Like they act like they, this and that and the third. But so in Kansas, I don't know. I can't say because I have, like I said, I mean, that relationship just ended earlier this year. So I haven't really been out there like that. So I have to save that one for you for later once I find out. But I don't know.
You got to travel, you know what I'm saying? And hit these other spots, see what they're working with.
Man, look, I need to get right with them little trips. See what's what.
What trips you talking about? Let a brother know.
So you say you're a 5. What's the most 5 thing you've ever done?
I mean, shit.
Don't get scared now.
I mean, I do a lot. Like, I don't mind you sticking in my butt.
So anal.
I don't mind doing it outside. Where you probably shouldn't be doing things and you can get caught. Like, I don't have no limits. Like, when it comes to that, like, and what you want me to do? You want me to, you want me to eat your butt? I guess I'll eat your butt. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't have, like, I'm not shy to do things. Okay. So for me,
have you ever tried something and you not liked it? Like, oh, yeah, I gotta do that again.
Like, no, not really. No, because I mean, usually I'm pretty sure that that's what I want to do. So, and sometimes you can do something with the wrong person, and then you get with somebody else, and it's like, damn, that wasn't like that the last time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, there's things that I would definitely try. If somebody would be like, hey, let's do these anal beads, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, go on, stick them in there, I guess. Shit, let's do this. You know what I mean? Because I mean, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've gone to the club with those little balls where you put them. Yeah, and that was bad business, but you know.
You said it was bad business?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do we want to know what happened?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you insert these little balls like that, 2 of them in there, you know, you just stay wet, and the motherfuckers, you go to the bathroom.
Also, so it's a good thing, not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Oh, good thing. But then you so wet that you go to the bathroom, motherfuckers just fell in the toilet.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was me and one of my friends, we thought we was gonna be cute. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So we go and we put them in when we got there or when we left. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So are you a 5 every time? So every time you get down, are you going balls to the wall with it?
Yeah, that's my intentions. That's my intentions. That's why even when I got a headache, it don't stop. That don't stop my show. If I'm mad at you, that don't stop my show. Boy, you better come over here. That's just the way it is.
Okay. All right. I'm sure a lot of fellas who's gonna watch this, they're gonna be glad you're single. They're gonna be like, hey, Marv, how I heard. So do you have a type of guy? We talked about height and everything. Do you have a type of guy that you're normally attracted to?
For me, there's a lot of different things that make a guy attracted to me. Like, I'm a sucker for dudes that wear hats, you know, like ball caps. The way they walk, maybe the way they talk, how they dress, you know, like there's different things, you know, that make me attracted to them and make me interested to want to holler at them or whatnot. You know, I'll be like, damn, they got a sexy ass walk, you know what I mean? Or he look good. I mean, he don't have to be wearing nothing like fancy. Like, you just got on some, you know, jeans and a hoodie with a ball cap on. Now, that's sexy to me, you know? So I'm not very materialistic like that, or, you know, I'm just a simple person. And so for me, you could be very simple. You know what I mean? So I don't look at certain things, you know, how some people like, oh, your eyes, or, you know, their teeth, or, you know, this or that. And that's not how it's been for me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, there's little things that turn me on, and you wearing a ball cap, boy, you can get it.
All you gotta do is have on a ball cap on. All right, fellas. Go to New Era, get you a nice fitted.
Listen, I'm just telling you.
You got a good shot. So what are you not attracted to? What is like, nah, I'll pass on that type of guy.
If they're too straight laced, you know what I mean? Like if you always trying to wear a suit and, you know, this and that, like that, like if you're too just like, it's stuffy for me. Like, I don't feel like I could be myself with you, because I feel like maybe that's really who you are. And I'm just a really chill person. And, you know, I don't that, like, you know, when we talk in groups and stuff like that, like I say exactly how I feel and what I think. And people be like that comment the other day, you know, about, you got $150 shoot to spend on me. Let's do this, this, and this. You know what I mean? And for me, that's real to me. Like, I mean, I just like to have fun. You know, I'm not, you know, so I expect them to be kind of on the same level. So, and don't get me wrong, I can be, you know, classy if I need to be, you know what I'm saying? But for me, this is who I am all the time. And so I will want, so people that aren't like that, or I get that impression, then it doesn't turn me on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You only date brothers?
Anybody. I don't have a preference.
Okay. United Nations. All right.
I don't like, you know, I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to, you know what I mean? And, you know, so sometimes in the group it's kind of hard for me, because I'm like, I'm not on that same level when it comes to, you know, what I'm gonna date or what I'm not gonna date. Like, you know how some people are like, I will not date outside my race. Like that has never been me, and it will never be me. I don't like go purposely look for somebody that's not in my race, but at the same time, because it's who I'm attracted to. It's not, I don't care what color you are. You know what I mean? So that's how I am. And that's how I'll always be.
Now you're Black, you're mixed with Black and Mexican, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel as if sometimes guys may fetishize you because of your mixed ancestry, being Black and Mexican? Can you tell when somebody's trying to do that, or has that ever been an issue at all?
I don't think so. Because some people don't know what I am.
Okay.
You know, they're always like, what are you? I'm like, well, I'm human first. Okay.
They actually ask that question, like, what
all
are
the
you?
time. All the time.
Mm.
I get that all the time. Is that your hair? You know, what are you? Puerto Rican? Are you Hawaiian? You know, stuff like that. So, and maybe they asking those things because maybe they are looking for that. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say that was probably, like, I don't feel like that's what I get approached with. I mean, it's just usually dudes just trying to holler, you know, and they're like, what are you? That's your hair. Can I touch it? You know, that type of stuff. But I mean, for me though, like I said, I don't look at anything but what I'm attracted to, you know, period. Like, I don't care.
So have you ever been asked to do something that you felt was weird in the bedroom?
No.
Really? Okay.
And maybe I just ain't have the right one. So, you know, but I mean,
So you'd be open to any fetishes a guy has?
it probably would depend on, like, I ain't gonna pee on you and you ain't gonna pee on me. Like, that ain't happening.
Okay, so that's one of your boundaries. No waste, no pee,
Yeah.
no.
I can't do that one. But
what if your guy wanted you to pound him out? He wanted you to put the strap on.
I mean, I don't know if I could or I couldn't. I can't even say unless I was in that situation, but I'd be like, I probably wouldn't fuck with you no more after that.
Why every woman that talk to that when that comes up, they're like, yeah, some will say, nah, I can't see myself doing it. But then there's some who like, yeah, I do it, but after I do it, we ain't fucking around no more.
Listen, let me just say this. Like, I would do it just because I would want to try to do that shit. Like, yeah. I would think that would be fun as hell. But now I'm looking at you sideways, so it's probably gonna be a wrap on anything after that. Now, you know, if we together and then that's something that we talk about, I guess, then I'm still gonna kind of question your intentions, because I'm like, that's a red flag, right? No, you know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, I would definitely do it because it sounds fun. Like, why not?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, a few years ago, 10 hours of Facebook groups, it seems like, you know, women pegging men. I don't know how this came up, but it came up, and a lot of people were like, well, if it's a woman that's doing it, he's not homosexual, so what's the big deal? And you know, theoretically, I could understand that argument. But I do think that, you know, that it's getting close. It's getting close to, you know, going ahead and, you know, well, you had this, you know, try this. So I mean, and to each their own, you know what I mean? I don't care about anybody.
Yeah, there has to be
if they like the same sex or not. But I know for women, I think for most women, their hesitancy with that is, you know, if a guy is willing to have sex with men, the risk factor starts to increase in terms of the possibility of, you know, HIV and other things that go with male on male sex. So I get it.
Yeah, I would definitely question, because there obviously is some tendencies there of some sort, because why else are you asking me this? You know what I mean? That's most dudes that I know, they, hey, you get anywhere near their butt like that, they like, they tighten up, and, you know, they like, what you doing back there? Like, yo, chill. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know, if you asking me to do this, then obviously there's that tendency. And so then I have to question that, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it. Like, hey, let me see what this feels like.
Now,
Let me clap that back.
Are you attracted to women?
Yes and no. So, like, if I go out, am I attracted to them? No. Like, I mean, I'll see somebody, I'm like, oh, she's cute, whatever. But when I'm on Pornhub, then yes. I don't even, it don't make sense. I know it don't make sense, but I'm just.
Sense. I mean, listen. I learned this from Tay. Don't yuck anybody else's yum, right? And I guess as long as it stays in the virtual world, it's on you, man. Everybody has a right to do what they want to do.
And maybe because they got their clothes on. Heck, I don't know. But when it comes to when it comes to that, yeah, on Pornhub, I'm like, that's all I look at.
So that's your first search when you go on Pornhub. Is it girl on girl?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Yep.
What is it? Is it the oral sex, or what is it?
It's just like all of it. Just all of it. Like, I'll go to massages, whatever. It's just all of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's been like that for a while now.
Okay. So you'll watch it, but you don't want to actually do it.
I mean, I'll do it. But they got to be a specific type. Like, like when I get on there, like if they're not cute or something like that, like it just ain't anybody and everybody. Like it's and I don't know until I'm watching it, like if that's one that's gonna do anything for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, I don't this is the first time I've said that to anybody, because I don't tell people that. Like, they were like, that's weird.
I mean, what's weird about it? It's how we do.
I mean, because most people, they looking at the girl and guy ones, you know what I'm saying? But that don't do it for me.
I think you would be surprised how many women probably watch videos like that and they're still quote unquote heterosexual.
Right.
I think for them is they like the oral sex piece, and that's what attracts them to it. I don't know, Tay, what you think?
I do think there are a lot of women who are into more things than people think.
All right, well, Tay, you got one last thing you want to ask Danielle before we let it go?
Yes, Danielle. So we do this thing here. We're going to start doing it. It's called normal or nasty. So I'm going to give you a scenario, and you tell me if for you it's normal or nasty.
Okay.
So snowballing. What do you think about that?
I don't even know what that is.
I was gonna say, I don't know what the hell snowballing is either. I guess that got bumped down from a 4 to like a 3.5. I don't know what it's.
Look, I'm about to go look it up on Pornhub when I get done.
Snowballing is you're having oral sex with a guy. He comes in you, and then you spit it back into his mouth.
Oh.
I guess I see what Marvin thinks about this.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, that's pretty nasty, but I would do it.
Yeah.
I mean, let me just say.
Okay, for me, hold on. For me, there's two kinds of nasty. There's nasty good, and there's nasty ain't no fucking way I'm doing it. And that's nasty ain't no fucking way I'm doing it.
Listen, okay, let me say for me, I would do it, and this is why.
Oof.
Because I already hop on and hop off with my shit on your shit. So what's any different? For me.
There's a difference.
Nah. Because I'm tasting my own self.
Y'all eat better than us.
I mean, why not? I'm swallowing your shit. You might as well taste it too. You gonna taste it anyway. If I'm swallowing it, you gonna taste it in my mouth. Because trust me, baby, you gonna taste it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead and bump me down to 2.5 because
wait, does that bump me up to like a 5.5 now or what?
Shit, you 9 or something. A 9 or something. Wow. So,
Listen, I would do it. I mean, I'm just hey.
okay.
Look,
So that's nasty and normal for you.
I mean, it could be a normal thing for me.
Mm.
I mean, like I said, I'm already swallowing. Why not?
Okay. All right. Well, damn, Tay, that's a way to go out on a bang right there, right?
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on the show. I appreciate you being a good sport.
No problem.
Tay, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you have a question or you would like to be a guest on the show, CVAD the podcast at gmail.com.
And if you want to be anonymous, we can do it anonymous. You can hide your face. You know, Danielle's about it. She's a no limit soldier. She's all with it. But if you want to have some anonymity so you can still answer the questions freely, we can do it that way too. We appreciate y'all checking in. We'll holler you next time. Peace.
Bye.